Thank you again for being a part of our monthly meetup. Uh, this month, we're going to be a little more technically focused, and I'm going to talk about this month's topic in just a moment here, and kind of looking at future topics, a couple things to think about. Next month, I think we're going to look at focusing on a couple of customer success stories and how they've used the solution across their organization, how they engage with LBMC and with Highland and get some feedback from customers that have found some success in those areas and share that across the user community. So I'll be looking for volunteers over the next couple weeks to see who would like to share some of their successes. And we'll do that for the August session. For September, and I'm going to talk about this at the end around Community Live. We're actually looking at doing something special around Community Live. It is going to be a virtual event. It's going to be no charge, but I think we're going to be able to facilitate some opportunity for us to get together as a user community here in Nashville as we participate in that virtual overall Highland Conference. So more on that toward the end. But today, why I thought I would start with this technical topic. We're going to focus on two pieces of technology, RPA and then low code application development. And I wanted to share, why that's important. The industry, and a lot of our customers that are on the call today have been customers for a very long time. It used to be around documents, turning paper documents into digital documents. A few years ago, probably one of my least favorite things that happened was the industry sort of started to pivot a little bit, and they came up with this term. And when I say the industry, sources that I'm using here are like Gartner, Forrester. They're independent analysts that hear what's going on with all of the vendors, what technologies are on the rise, what customers are looking for and are interested in, and then they bring all of that together and kind of share what trends are going on. And there was a movement toward referring to what used to be ECM, Enterprise Content Management, and started calling it content services. Now, the purpose behind that was it became more than just digitizing documents, scanning documents in and making them digital. It was actually more about information and data flowing through your organization and not just documents flowing through your organization. So the purpose was correct. The name just became confusing. Well, we're in the midst of another pivot. And it's important to understand what's going on because I actually think this comes back into alignment for the strength of the on-base platform. Now, I always say, Microsoft decides what we talk about every day. Even if the technology's not there yet, their marketing engine puts out the topics. And there's no doubt, I guarantee you, you can't search for technology trends without hearing things like digital transformation, intelligent automation. It's where the industry is absolutely going. Uh, Under that intelligent, and I like that intelligent automation umbrella, and then right underneath of that is some common things that we're used to talking about. Capture is one area, but a couple of growing topics are robotic process automation, low code app development. And then what Gartner and Forrester have put together on the left hand side is the overall content services industry is growing, but where the dollars are being spent are on these two specific topics we're talking about today. So why is that important to you? We've got folks on the call that are technology leaders on the tech side. We've got some business leadership folks that are on the call, CFOs, etc. We've got on-base admins that are on the call, and why it's important for two reasons. One, for you personally, way too often from our experience, when somebody buys on-base, let's say for an AP solution, it becomes the on-base AP solution. And we've heard frustrations from admins over the years about how they want to be part of more of the conversation because the value of on-base is when you can use it enterprise-wide and you get really strong ROI as it grows. If you become educated on these topics, I guarantee you folks within your organization are researching these very topics. And if you can contribute to that conversation, you can then take advantage from a very strong ROI perspective of expanding on base into those other areas. And that's the true value of the platform. If you want to get more educated on the topic in general, a good friend of mine, Tim Talixon, who actually sold OnBase to me in 2004 when I was a customer, he now heads up the RPA group, and he shared this book, Intelligent Automation, with Pascal Bornet. And and I'm in the middle of reading it right now. He recommended it to me, so I'm going to recommend it to you. But one of the topics that always comes up when you talk about intelligent automation is, are we replacing people's jobs with robots and whatnot? He had a very interesting line in there. Some work activities are displaced, but new ones, more fulfilling, value-added ones arise. And I think that is what we have seen over the years. Very rarely have we seen somebody implement on-base and they go and eliminate a bunch of existing employees. Where we absolutely see on-base is the benefits of it is they're growing companies, and as they expand it, they can grow in a much more scalable way without having to add additional staff. And those folks that had things that they don't enjoy doing every day, manual functions, manual processes, entering data into the same data into multiple systems because there's not technology there to support them, they don't enjoy their jobs. So this gives an opportunity for them to now take the experience they have within the company and start to do some more value added activities, which then makes their job much more enjoyable. So it's a very important topic, and one that we're going to dig into today. So I'm going to introduce each topic, and then Jason will give a little deeper dive into the tech side and give some demos.